Hello, my name is Stephanie Cashin and I'm being illegally detained on a mental health order. The process started from a friend misinterpreting a nightmare. The phone hung up. They then called my mother, who's been abusive all of my life. She then went on a rampage calling the ambulance and everything like that. Who showed up in my house in droves, also entered my house without my permission. While I was in the shower, began to come through my house when they said they'd already been gone. All of them said that I was fine, but all of them commented on my body and traumatized me. And I told them this because of others who may have actually been suicidal, which I was never, for the damage that kind of behaviour does. So I put them in their place for that. And then they said to me that they would not follow this up, that I was fine, that I would get a call the next morning saying that they would be from a mental health service, but I didn't even have to answer. So I didn't, but then I got harassed throughout the day. I ended up calling them back and I said that I wanted to make a complaint about these people that came by my house and repeatedly came with my mother, which she should not have ever been involved in somebody else's when she's got a record through the roof of domestic violence charges of her own, dealing with similar issues with another daughter where I have none. All I was doing in my house, not causing harm to myself or others, which was completely against the law, to detain someone when they're not even doing that. All I was doing was my holistic healing course and listening to meditative music. For the first break that I'd ever had of not looking after my daughter as a single mother. She took my daughter and I haven't seen my daughter all week. And then she continued to give me false information, did not give me the right complaint website, refused to give me full names to give the complaints about, said there would be nothing more. And then today, a week later, police, ambulance and other mental health workers showed up at my house when again all I was doing was my work and listening to meditation music, not doing any harm to myself or others again. They said that I was under an order to go to see someone and all I would be doing was chatting for a while. I went with the police to the hospital and they said, you'll be in and out because you obviously seem fine, which I also have on tape. Have recordings of other conversations also for proof of these behaviours. Other than that, I've been waiting here in hospital for over 11 hours now. And in that time, I've been asked to do many urines, even though the first answer was for bacterial, which has nothing to do with mental health. And then the other was for a drug test, which I'd already been made to do a drug test earlier in the week and it was clear. And then I was asked to wait more, do a blood test, which I refused because I'm I feel very ill from having blood tests. And I could not connect the dots of why a blood test would matter if it was anything to do with mental health, which it's not. I was then taken in to do CT scan and a chest x-ray coming in for this. And I again thought this was really weird, so I left and I decided not to do those things. I've been since waiting and I tried to leave because there is no evidence. It was hearsay, for example, and it was wrong misinformation, and I'm not allowed to leave, and I'm still being held here for all of this time without any valid reason. So I am posting this for systems abuse of Ipswich General Hospital in the hopes that somebody will come to see that this is absolute systems abuse and I will not stand for it and I will not tolerate other people being abused in this way. And there is no reason, no evidence, they've given no viable evidence of why I cannot leave, and that the fact that an abusive mother is able to just say, anyone could just say, they're mentally ill and that they're detained in hospital for all of this time in this way, and nothing, no emergency or nothing led to them just showing up to my house and taking me today. Whereas I'd spoken to them each and every time. Obviously I have a sound mind, and here I am speaking to you, and thank you for your support in this matter. My name is Stephanie Cushion, being held at General Ipswich Hospital for no reason. Thank you.